There's a saying that originality is undetected plagiarism. What I mean by that is you have an idea or an ideology from a business, you name it. Then you have another group of people or an individual that steal that, and then they interpret it different to add their own spin onto it. Essentially, whatever they do ends up going back to the originator. And especially in a social world that we live in now of TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube videos. Sometimes it doesn't directly come back to the originator in a monetary type way where they're getting paid for it. But if you're talking about Supercross, you make a video about Supercross, it's helping Supercross. And the whole segue to this, starting gates are going to motocross. And it's to keep up with MXGP and try to level the sport. At first, I was very skeptical about it, going, no way, this is dangerous. Why should you have a starting gate with a 40-man gate? You're literally having infinite traction behind the gate, and it's taking away the strategy of the riders from qualifying to having to pick what gate they want. Now they literally just have to pick, okay, what's the shortest distance? Do I want a straight arrow or do I want to be able to haul around the outside in more of a racing curve, inside out type deal? And I had a conversation with Davey Coombs yesterday, and he made me feel a little bit indifferent, So he, based on his information, he told me, I step back as going, hey, this is dangerous too. I see where you're going because nobody likes change. And again, ironically, I talk a lot about change, so if anybody should be open to change, I should be open to change. And what he told me is they're changing it to be longer, so it's going to be in front of the gate as well, so that the riders don't just hit dirt and then just instantly spin out and go. Again, there's give and takes to that because now you're kind of taking away the rut in the front. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments below for this. He told me the majority of the teams and the riders are excited for this. And the goal was to be more competitive for the Motocross of Nations and so the riders understand how to do that. And I'm going, well, they get a lot of practice in Supercross, and I'm sure these guys practice a lot, but I understand if you're going to go to a uniform series of Super Motocross, the starting gates should all be the same. Like I really picked apart having some concrete starts at like Glen Helen, and then you have a full-blown dirt at other places. It should be the same. And I've always been for the roots of a dirt start. But we're starting to move away from that, and now you've got the rev controls, because it's always going to be the same level of traction as long as the grate isn't super muddy or wet from rain. I'm indifferent about the whole scenario, but I really want to know what the community thinks towards this. Is it leveling the sport? Is it something that you think eventually will be taken away, or do you think it's here to stay? Personally, I think it's here to stay because motocross and supercross are trying to have a baby called super motocross. I'm kind of on I'm indifferent about that too. I almost think they should be different sports because it's so different. It's not even arena football to football. It's putt-putt to actual golf. You've got just an absolutely different technique the entire time. This is Johnny Evan Hopper. Till next time, keep it WFO. Ba-ra-da-da-da-da-da.